Good afternoon. Happy Friday. I have book club tonight. So, and it's at someone's house, so no need to as it as, nothing spectacular. Got a package in the mail today, which came kind of fast. So I'm gonna use that and try to do that on camera quickly as well, because before it's like 30 minutes to get there. Of course, not doing rush hour traffic on a Friday. So it's gonna take almost an hour. Not an hour, but close. So, I have eyelid primer on. That's what you're seeing on my eyes and over here. It's been very cloudy all day, but I do have sunscreen on. My Keen Low, which you can't see, of course. My Keen Low sunscreen on my arms, and then my Innisfree on my face. This is, I got an Ipsy for May, which is my favorite anyway. I was running low on mine, so that came just in time. Was it last week? Yeah, last week. Anyway, so I just degreased my face. Eyebrows I just did. And let us prime my face. And we have a new Smashbox, of course. A new foundation as well. This is my second time trying it, actually. I didn't do a video before because I was just trying to do a smoky eye look, and I just put it on for that and didn't tag it at all. This has been very oily, which is why I'm going beyond my T-zone. I'll let that sink in. So, without further ado, my new palette, eyeshadow palette, is the Fula palette by Juvia's Place. And literally just came this morning. Lunchtime I went and got it. It's these lovely colors. And normally it's $10. It's kind of a special edition. It was on sale for $5. I think I bought it Monday and arrived today. So that's pretty fast. Juvia's Place doesn't always send things very fast. Some people say the stuff gets lost, all this other stuff. I haven't had that problem. Normally I just go to Ulta, but they don't have this in Ulta. So the colors I'm going to focus on are this row right here. So I have a lot of brushes, and I had to look up to see what some of them did, like the Firma. And we're going to use this one for all over. And we're going to use this color right here. I said normally I don't do my eyes on screen, so I'm trying to do this in a fast manner. Okay. Of course, we all know Juvia's Place is very pigmented. So this is going to be my transition color. I have hooded eyes. We're not doing lashes, so that's another reason I don't want to get too crazy with these other colors. I'm just trying to... It's nothing too crazy. And then I need to wash my eyeshadow brushes, so finding these other ones is awesome. What's that I'm trying to do all over? The windshield wiper method is what I usually do. So I know I never do my eyes. Usually it's bronzer, so you can't really notice. Probably holding that the wrong way. Yeah, that's better. Because sometimes Juvia's Place has palettes that you won't find in Ulta, which this is one. There's another one, a Magic Mini Masquerade or something like that. I've never seen in Ulta. It had my eye on, but I'm fine with just this. Because I have other Juvia's Place palettes. I have other eyeshadow palettes. I don't need that many because I don't wear that much eyeshadow, or nothing too crazy. My contacts been bothering me, so I'm gonna deal with me blinking a lot. It's on this side, which I'm like, I need you to last a few more weeks for my eye appointment, and even then, they might have to order my sample, which means I need it to stay in my eye even longer. So I'm trying to get close. I know some people like go all the way to your eyebrow and don't like that space there. Other people, I'm trying to remember if that person who I know does that has hooded eyes or not. I didn't use concealer because, again, kind of a natural look, other than a little bit razzmatazz, slightly. Okay, so put that down. I'm just gonna kind of blend out edges. As you know, I can't see, so that's why I don't always look in the camera. Also kind of blend up, helps blend it out. Okay, and then we're gonna go with, some people go the shimmer first. I like to go with the dark color first. So I'm gonna use a tiny little blendy brush. Just tap it in and just see what we're gonna get out of that. Okay, it's not too bad. I think it's supposed to do a little V. I'm just gonna place first, and then kind of go like that. I'm not really good with eyeshadow. It just works. I've gotten way better than when I first started, so the whole draw this, do that kind of thing, I'm not really. I just realized, it's the last time I talked to my mother. She sometimes calls me on Friday, so I figured she would have called while I'm trying to record. And then I'm just gonna kind of go like that, blend it this way a little bit, diffuse out a little bit, and then kind of go this way a little bit. Because again, I don't want it to be too bold, since I'm not wearing lashes. I was watching a video last night by Mad Hatter, who had this palette, who's doing it. She's Caucasian, but I was like, okay, she gave me ideas of how to use the palette, so it didn't matter. One of her looks, she did a look going down, but I'm doing this look, so it gave me an idea. So I, of course, don't know what it looks like on my skin until I do it. And I'm willing to see what happens. No big plans this weekend other than book club. I should have made an appointment. I have a recall on my car. I need to do that. I should do that this weekend. Maybe if they're open next weekend, I'll do it next weekend, since I have the extra day. If I'm going to be sitting there for like at least an hour. They say an hour, but we all know they'll find something else wrong, which I know there's other things wrong, but I can't afford those other things wrong. So I'm like, just stick to what's not going to get me killed. So let me blend out this way. Again, don't close your eyes. Commercial. I'm watching Salt. There's nothing really good on right now. And I'm thinking, I don't know, they keep showing certain movies over and over again. I don't know if it has to do with the strike or not. The writer's strike. Here there's a, excuse me, SAG-AFTRA strike that's coming soon as well. But it's nothing been good. They keep showing the same things over and over again. Luckily, there's a lot of things on Netflix. I want to binge watch some things this weekend. Queen Charlotte. And then XO Kitty. I like two other boys. I loved it before. I like that series. So XO Kitty. It's going to be cute. I started this murder, accident, death, something. I started one episode, and I'm like, each episode is apparently a different story, and I'm like, but I want to know what freaking happened to the rest of the first one. So that's, hopefully, I'm like, no, I need to know. So I'm a little bothered by that. Okay, I'm gonna take the blendy one. Again, there's nothing on this one. Like that, so kind of smooth out the edge. And then I'm gonna use my finger for the middle shiny one, which is kind of a pink. Let's see what we get here. You can see that? I can't see, but I'll see it when usually I start off in the corner and then sometimes go over the lid like that. And then kind of go up, because like I said, hooded eyes. So it's not like you can see it. Luckily, anything up my nose? Can't tell, so I just did that. And then I'll go all over like that. So we'll do that to the other side. And I'm going to start little, because I always do one side that's a little more heavy-handed. It's always the second side when I do my shimmer. Right there, starting to get a little heavy-handed. Like, calm down, Andrea. There we go. So right now, how many looks? That's 3 eyeshadows? Yeah. You can do it with 2. I can actually, could have done this with 2, but that's going to be enough of that. I'm going to wipe my finger. And then I'm going to take, this is my transition color again, the light one. Then kind of go like that, the edges as well. I guess that's what they call fallout. That's when you have it in the, it looks like it's not really on my face. I say that and I'll jinx myself and I have glitter all over my face later. But yeah, I'm just trying to blend out those edges a little bit. And then you really can't tell with the shimmer. Just like that. Blendy one. Elf brush. Okay. So nothing too crazy. I'm gonna put that over here. Let's put this cover back on here. And then I'm gonna do the rest of my face. Hopefully a little bit faster. Foundation. And let me put my setting powder on. You know, that's how I do. Because it's overcast and cloudy, which it rains supposed to be somewhere. It shouldn't be. It's not that hot. It's like 100. So yesterday. And I'm getting that oiliness that I seem to get lately when it gets hot. I need to set my eyebrows, so I'm setting my eyebrows. Otherwise, I was prepared to, okay, test out the heat proof of this foundation. Okay. That was St. Lux, of course. I think who was having a concert recently in town? I don't remember. So, foundation we are using L'Oreal True Match The new one that's, I guess, new formulated, has a pump now, which is awesome. And this is shade N10. I was either W10, which is warm, or N10. People always talk about the summer shade, and then the regular whatever shade. I think N10 is my summer shade. I haven't understood that, but it's a little bit darker. It matches the chest or whatever, but it's slightly darker than the W10. So summer shade, but they both work just fine. And let me shake this actually. I said I've only tried it once. And it seemed to work very well, and I even used a flat foundation brush, which I have not tried to use since I was taught how to apply makeup. So it came out nice if you see my pictures of the eyeshadow that I did. And this is what it looks like. It's a little watery, even though I shook it. And you see it still looks kind of warm. We are going to spray, make it last. Milani. I don't know where that's going. Just spray the brush, real techniques. And I'm going to start with this in here. Okay. Start with half or some of it because I tried one pump before and it was a lot. So, that's all you see. And that wasn't all of that one pump, half pump, so some more. Doesn't cover everything, it's supposed to like a natural skin-like finish. Medium. See how, from what I'm seeing, kind of matches part of my neck. But as we know, it has to settle as well. So I know I see some people apply it and it totally looks, I mean, it may look natural, but also you can tell it's one pump. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going for a natural look and something to help during the summer. And I got it on sale. So I had a coupon. Was it on sale? No, I had a coupon. So Target, you know, the app, they had like a coupon off or whatever L'Oreal products. Even though I should have got another mascara, my Lash Paradise, I got this because that was a good coupon. So before it ended, that's the last payday I bought that. So see, this is like on mirror. It's kind of covering my hyperpigmentation right here. But it's definitely kind of evening out this part. And I still have all this, which is why I'm like, I don't want to use all that. It still looks very natural. And I'll go with Lancôme for concealer. I had 2 alarms set for when I need to leave. So both of them. I'm not putting anything down here because the other day I did one right there. It just felt cakey. Well, it seems kind of dry today. Well, I also didn't put that much. I went to this filmmaker monthly movie meeting club. They changed the name of it, so I don't remember what it's called. It's a little Mented. Yeah, it's the same shade, so definitely don't need to add anymore. They changed the name. Anyways, quarterly. It used to be monthly, where people bring parts of the movie to screen or what have you, and people give constructive criticism. So I went to that, and some good films, you know. And then this one guy went, and his film was beautiful. It's 30 minutes short, which we all know short should be shorter than that. But it was beautiful, and you had to tell that story in 30 minutes. Maybe slightly less, but no. So, I got my mouth. I'm using this concealer. It's an eyeshadow brush, I call it B small. I don't know if it's BS small or if that's a 5. But it might be an eyeshadow brush, but I'm using it as concealer. Anyway, it was just a beautiful film. And they were, you know, young filmmakers that made it. And I'm like, y'all did awesome. It was tastefully done. It was just beautiful. I'm like, okay. That's why I go to those, is to see, you know, what other people are doing. Not to imitate or anything like that, but just to see what else is going out, you know, and new filmmakers, and see what they're doing, and give criticism to help out other people. Because I've taken my film there, a short, so I definitely know how helpful it is. And sometimes it's rare to find constructive criticism. It doesn't have to be positive, but constructive. And so that's a good avenue for that, versus like YouTube or other things, because people aren't always the nicest on social media. So to have an in-person thing like that, I appreciate. But yeah, it's very well received. Everybody seemed to like it. So hopefully the student festival circuit will go far. Some of that's from the Mented. And I let it dry down a little too long. What time is it? Okay, because yeah, I want to leave by 5. So I'm going to try to hurry up. It's me trying to blend the edges. Okay. Of course, foundation brush. My neighbor should be home soon. Fenty Beauty Matchstick Contour and Espresso. I'm a little crazy down there. Just have to blend that out. Because it's not as hot, this paper towel is staying wetter longer. I just realized one side of my face contour is like one side of my nose. So I'm like, what's going on here? not as thick. You probably can't really see that dress, but that dress right there, if you follow my Insta, you'll know about that dress. There's a slight sale at Torrid. I tried the dress like weeks ago, but didn't buy it. And everybody was just so excited about it. And I was like, okay, well, I need some place to wear it, but I got it because it's a nice dress. So this summer we will find some place to go. One of my friends was like, me, you, IHOP in our fancy dress, in our sundresses or maxi dresses. I'm like, I have other ones. I won't wear that one, but I have other ones. Yeah, I'm like, I'm cool with that because we usually go to IHOP. We used to before she moved, so that's why I was like, okay. At least they'll get worn and they will get seen. People probably be like, this is IHOP. But depending on what time you go, people go to IHOP, you know, after the after celebrating or being out in the bars or what have you, dinner, not dinner, but you know. So at this point, I have not set anything. Which I'm about to do in a second. I just scratched myself. I was gonna put nails on the other day, but obviously I didn't. I was trying to finish this book for the book club, which I finished reading early. Okay, so let's do some setting. And I'll do that first, which I don't have to do, probably shouldn't do. But I don't want to just do powder setting. Let's see. My bad. There's a lot of sales going on right now. 25% off, 20% off. But I'm like, that's not enough for. No, I didn't put anything there. For me to buy anything, I'm like, again, I'm not trying to get any new foundations. If not, I just bought that at Target. But that's something that actually get worn during the summer. Everything else, I'm like, oh, I'm not wearing anything that heavy. Okay. I don't think that I put enough. Stomach's making weird noises. I had cereal. I think that milk was good still. It was almond milk. And I'm like, I don't know what it smells like when it's bad, so. But it tasted fine, so I'm like, it should be fine. Okay, so now let's set the contour. Juvia's Place, of course. With bronzer. Usually if it rains, like I said, it was overcast. If it rains on the east side. If it's not over here. Because it looked like it, I think it rained last night. Well, what day was it? I was coming home. It was windy. That was last night? Yeah, it's just a little bit of windy. But not. And then it was, you could tell it was just that smell, that kind of monsoon smell. And yeah, it was windy as well, kind of like the trees are moving, you could hear it. But I don't know if it actually rained. Okay. And then that's that. Let us set rest of my face. So you know what? Let's do the blush. Again, Juvia's Place, my Saharan. I haven't done this in a while. And we are going to do Neo. We know how much I love Neo, so we're gonna do Neo. I have another liquid blush that's on its way. It's gifted to me. I was hoping it'd be in the mail today, but or by today. It was not. It's probably in the mail, hopefully today. And I would have tried that with this as well. And of course, all this will settle. And once I use my all over setting, I don't really worry if I'm like, oh, it's too much, because I know it will. It kind of goes with my eyes as well. So if you see, a little kind of peach. And since I like to go up towards my eyes, a blush. Okay. Now I'm going to set the rest of my face. Which calms down the blush. Do that real quick. I'm going to do, where does that go to? A little under eye, real quick. Where did that brush go? I'll move that over there. Can I use this color? What color is this? Okay, yeah. It's the palette I've been using again. Hello. Someone's really just making noises. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but I can. I'm hungry. I know there will be chips and dip there. And the lady who got me addicted to chicken nuggets, she's bringing something, and I'm like, oh, you're trying to get me addicted to something else? Because literally since that book club, I usually get hot and spicy, McSpicy chicken sandwich when I go to McDonald's. Now I get chicken bean nuggets because of her. I'm like, it's all your fault. Okay, so Sephora Collections Southwest. I am literally just using this one to highlight. Just tap it a little bit. Since I didn't clean up with concealer. I need to get gas. That's another reason I need to leave on time. And then I'm going to take my, just go like that to kind of blend them together. So it's a little more subtle. Okay, doing that. What do I have on my lips? I have some kind of chapstick. Can't say which one. It's one of my Ipsy one that sits on my table when I work from home and I put chapstick on. I didn't realize I had so much of it left. Usually when Ipsy sends me chapstick, I use whatever the newest one is. That one wasn't finished. I'm like, oh, I could have been using that one. Let's go with, and so we're gonna use NYX XXL Lingerie and think this strap's off. I can't see, so we're gonna guess it's a darker kind of color. Try not to rush, so I don't go outside the line and have to clean up anything, because I really don't have time to do that. So I'm trying to do a subtle look. So nude it is. And then I have, this is warm up. It's pink. So it's that. And then I want to spray real quick. And then mascara and all that. And then I get a little powder. I think there's a debate of putting the powder while it's still wet. Which is obviously what I'm doing. I'm waiting for it to dry. Then things have to deal with suicide lanes as well, versus the direction I need to go to get to the freeway. So that's why I didn't want to take too long. Then it was left on the other brush. Again, that will settle. And what I was going to do, I was going to do eyeliner. I'll do that. Yeah, let's do that real quick. Somebody just came home. I hear the smart lock. This is Stila Cosmetic. Tiny Wing. Oh, there's a play going on at ASU. I need to see how long it's lasting. Soldier's Story. A Gamage. Look at parking, because that will be the thing to keep me from wanting to go. So how much is parking? And I remember that street's always, for some reason after I graduated, it's always been under construction around there. Because the crazy thing is, yeah, once you become an adult, it's like, is there parking? Like, I don't like going downtown. Because parking. Yes, you can take the light rail, but are you in a light rail mood kind of thing? Okay, so that's that. And then I'm going to set that real quick. set it with the black one. And this is Ulta eyeshadow and late night is what I'm setting it with. Mixed with some setting powder, which wasn't my intention, but it happened, so I'm gonna go with it. And this is in case it rains. Since where I'm going is on the east side where it always rains, if it's going to rain, what's forecasted to rain. Okay. So that, and mascara. It's like, what am I not? It's slow. Blush Paradise, of course. I'm gonna give up looking for the receipt for this because I think the return is usually 60 days, 30 to 60 days. And they don't say it, but you're not really supposed to. Can't have used a lot of it to return. So I know Sephora and sometimes Ulta, they'll ask if you used it. I think Walmart the other day asked what was wrong with it, and I'm like, oh, it did. I returned something, I'm like, it didn't do what it said it was supposed to do. I'm like, when I'm buying a product, I'm like, I expect it to do what it's gonna do. Earrings, Nordstrom. See, I have this lovely Ralph Lauren shirt, which I don't know where I've gotten it because I wouldn't have bought Ralph Lauren myself. So it's probably a hand-me-down. Somebody in the family, my grandmother, Granny she had great style and everything. And she used to shop at Bloomingdale's, Macy's, one of those other big stores back in the 80s and 90s. I don't remember the rest of them, but so that's probably where I got it from. It's a hand-me-down from her. Okay, so with that, this is my final look for book club. And the book we are doing is A Man Called Ove, which was made into a Netflix movie with Tom Hanks called A Man Called Otto. I don't know if we're watching that. I don't know, but I'll watch that later. But Man Called, like, it started off kind of, I was like, I can't really keep reading this because I don't like the character. It got better, luckily. It's fast read, but it got better. Anyway, so everybody have a good night. Have a good weekend.